Hey yo, what's up YouTube gang? It's your boy King T back with another video, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, before we even begin, are y'all good? Y'all enjoying the content I've been pulling out? You know what I'm saying? It's time to be consistent, you know, I'm trying to do that. So I'm gonna be here with another exciting video. As you guys may know me, if you don't know me, my name is Thapelo&Hisdiary, but you can call me Mr. King T. I'm a study tuber, study vlogger, every single thing productivity, I'm here. So if you're into that type of content and this vlogging content, man, you know what to do. Go down there, hit the like and hit the subscribe and join the YouTube family. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, I hope y'all good. I hope y'all good. If you're a returning subscriber, hey mates, you know how it is. What's up, bro? What's up? Welcome back to another video again with your boy King T. You know what I'm saying? So today is gonna be one of those interesting vlogs. I give you guys a story time. So get your guys popcorn, snacks. If you wanna go get a drink, bro. Because it's gonna be one hell of a story that I'm gonna be telling you today. But anyway, without further ado, let's go into this video. Yes, sir. So I know many of you will be asking me what has been going on in my life. Probably it's time for me to reveal like what has been going on. What has been really transpiring in my life. Before we start with that, what I'm saying, the reason why I haven't been consistent with the video uploads is because of, firstly, workload at school was really ridiculous. Oh my god. If you guys knew the amount of work I had to do at school, you'll just seen from the previous study vlogs I've uploaded. It is crazy, bro. The workload here is crazy, fam. I don't wanna lie. So for me to juggle YouTube and to also juggle school, it was really quite a gamble. So I tried my utmost best, you know, to really manage the two, but unfortunately I couldn't manage the two, so one had to die, and unfortunately YouTube had to really die out a little bit because, as you know, man, we are there to get a qualification and not to do anything else. But I hope that the content I pulled up for y'all was really satisfactory to you guys, because I pulled you guys with a 1 hour vlog, man. A 1 hour vlog. Imagine, that's like, bro, you gotta give me something for that, because yeah, I've been MIA, missing in action for quite a few months, right? But I came back and I delivered, you know, the vlogs and stuff like that, even though there were some vlogs that were actually potentially had to be on my YouTube channel, but unfortunately the footage got lost, as I did explain on my previous YouTube vlog. If you haven't watched those vlogs, I don't know why haven't you watched them, because I don't wanna lie, I feel like now I'm really going into the wrong and stuff. Like even the way I edit my videos now is really you know what I'm saying, like even the video quality, like it's decent, man. Bro, let me show you something. Like, I bought this nigga for y'all. Okay? I bought that for y'all. So, please, I'm trying to improve my content. Yeah, little by little, steady by steady. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I appreciate the love that y'all showing me. You know what I'm saying? For those who do engage in my content and those who do watch the videos and stuff like that and leaving comments under my videos, I really appreciate it, man. It means a lot. It means a lot to the grind that we are pushing as YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep this family rolling. So let me just go back to what we came here for, right? Because this video had a purpose and now I'm starting to ramble. As you guys know, I like to ramble a lot, right? Yeah, I'm a bad presenter, but I'm a good presenter also, right? Because I got a great personality. So I think, hey man, say it into existence, I have a great personality. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's just go back to the video. Alright, so today's vlog or today's video is gonna be me telling you guys on my journey as a first year student BSc extended at the University of Johannesburg. And if you don't know, I'm actually a zoo and botany major currently. I just recently got admission for mathematics and chemistry, but unfortunately I haven't got funding for that. So that is another story for a later section of the video, so stick around and watch the whole video. I'm saying I'll try to put timestamps. I don't know how, because I didn't structure this story time, so hopefully it goes good. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to timestamp it, because I hear a lot of y'all complaining about TP's timestamp this thing. So I'll try my best to do that. So how was my university experience as a first year student? Well, first of all, let's start with the first year. So if you guys don't know about my qualification or my university program, it's actually BSc in zoology and botany extended. So meaning instead of me finishing my degree in 3 years, I had to finish my degree in 4 years. Okay, so already my first year was split into two. Instead of doing my first year in 1 year, I did my first year in 2 years. Yeah, I know it's crazy, right? 2 years of first year. I did my first year in 2 years. So in other words, it means that this was literally the end of my first year. Okay, so I know y'all be thinking, no, TP is the second year. No, I'm not a second year. Yes, in the varsity, I'm a second year student. I am a senior in the varsity, right? But academically wise, okay, I'm still first year, okay, I'm still first year and stuff like that. And the reason for that is because of like our curriculum was actually spread into three how many semesters for first year? I think it was 3 semesters for first year. So it was first semester, second semester, and third semester. And the fourth semester was actually us going into the mainstream part, okay. So extended was 3 semesters, and then us joining the mainstream students was actually this semester that we're coming from right now. So basically right now I just finished my first year, so that is why this video actually took me 2 years to actually film. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? Yeah, it's crazy, right? So as you guys know that I'm an extended student, all right, at the University of Johannesburg. So how was my experience as a university student, as an extended student? Man, I didn't really expect how this thing will go. You know, my plan was to go into varsity, okay, get good grades, go into the physical sciences, but that ended up not happening because of like I went there when already the registrations were closed. I kept on getting rejected because they telling me about space at the University of Johannesburg, which pissed me off because I'm like, why would you give me a provisional offer when I'm a senior? Like, I'm a senior and I'm getting a provisional offer, but after getting that provisional offer, I do not go into the qualification because of space. That's like ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's what happens. So that is why I'm still doing zoology and botany. And at this rate, if I don't get a funda, I think I'm gonna end up qualifying as a zoologist and a botanist even after getting this admission for mathematics and chemistry. So please pray for me. You know what I'm saying? I've been pulling out applications for bursaries and stuff like that. So hopefully everything goes well for me. You know what I'm saying? Because NEFSAS cannot cover this new qualification I've gotten an admission for, which is mathematics and chemistry. As you guys have seen recently, my love for chemistry and my love for mathematics have really grown in varsity. That is because of, I feel like in varsity everything just becomes not simpler but way easier to understand. Like the content, like it's not like now you're learning to cram and pass and forget, but you're really being taught or learning to really understand what you're doing, all right, like breaking things to their fundamental basis. And that is why my extended program actually started with me doing like elementary subjects like physics, chemistry, and mathematics and botany, and also computer competence, which is a computer module, then about Excel, Microsoft, and stuff like that. Then we also had language for science. So language for science was basically based on scientific writing, you know, like technical writing, teaching us how to technically write, how to really think, like literacy. It is like a literacy module where it was teaching you how to write, how to make papers, write essays, do research, that type of stuff. Okay, so that is what LFS was all about, and it was quite ridiculous, man. Oh my god, there are many submissions that we had to do, but it was quite exciting because we got to do presentations. Even in physics also we got to do presentations, and my physics was actually physics for the life sciences. So the physics that we're doing, it was not really like really mechanical physics, right? It was really just like life science based, you know, like learning about x-rays, like how they are built, what is the concept behind the x-rays and stuff like that, which was quite an interesting topic, I don't want to lie. But yeah, for me, I was not into that medicine stuff and stuff like that. So one thing I've noticed is that as I went through my degree as a first year student is that a lot of us went into this qualification not really knowing what we are putting ourselves into. Yo, bruv, I didn't know that. You know, I thought that if I'm good at life sciences, then I'll definitely be good at zoology and botany. That was not the case, man. Actually, in varsity, my marks actually went opposite. Like in matric, I passed more of the theory subjects than the problem-solving subjects like physics and maths. I failed them. But then when I got to varsity, everything took a flip. Like I started to get good at chemistry, started getting good at physics, started getting good at mathematics, so much that I literally got all distinctions ever since I've been in varsity. For math, physics, chemistry, I've gotten all distinctions, especially for one semester for physics, where I fumbled a practice test that messed up my whole semester mark. Then I ended up with a 71%, but it's still a good mark, right? So yeah, but I started getting good at those really mathematically based and problem solving based modules, right? I started getting good at that. and stuff like that, which to my surprise I thought I was gonna do better at them and do good at like biology, you know, zoology and stuff like that. But in this case it was not the case. I was actually good at those problem solving guys that I actually failed in Madrid, which is quite crazy, right? Which is quite crazy. But then, hey man, got all distinctions and stuff like that. But I really didn't expect the amount of workload that really came with this degree that I chose. You know, I chose this degree thinking that I would go into marine biology because that was the next best thing for me, since before I wanted to do like astronomy and astrophysics. But then because of my marks, I really had to really settle into reality, because that's not gonna happen, fam. Looking at verts, they saying 41 what? 41 APS, and now I'm looking at my marks and I'm like, sometimes you gotta be realistic with yourself and be like, set reasonable expectations. So I lowered it to my second option, which is actually not zoology but marine biology. But obviously to go into marine biology you need to start in zoology going all the way up, you get what I'm saying? So that is what I settled for, but then not really realizing your love for animals and the study for animals, totally different things. Okay, you can love animals, but studying them, different things. Okay, different, trust me, it's a different thing. So don't say that I love this and then when you go there you really find beauty. The love is not sufficient. The love is not sufficient. Okay, you can love animals from a distance, being a game ranger, but really going academically into like studying animals and their behaviors and their morphology and how they really evolved over time, you get what I'm saying? That shit ain't easy, bro. I don't want to lie to you. It was giving medicine. Now I understand. If this is hard, now imagine medicine. I respect all my doctors because I can't do it, man. Like literally, since I've entered varsity, the only modules I've really gotten bad grades on, it's literally been zoo, it's been biology. Like I've been going on 50s, like oh my god. And now that I can't change because of my funder says that if you change, you're gonna cut you off. So now I have to continue with this degree and stuff like that, and hopefully hoping for the best that everything gets better as we move on further. But it was quite interesting, man. Like first year was really quite interesting. I met the really cool people, you get what I'm saying, as you guys seen on my YouTube videos. Like I met really cool people that were really academically driven. One thing I would advise you guys, that when you go into varsity as a first year student, if you are going to be a first year student next year, is that, man, make sure you choose your friends properly, because your friends really determine what outcome you're gonna get in your varsity experience and also your academic experience. I know that you are also there to gain experience, you know, like to socialize and gain connections, but sometimes you gotta realize that you're there for one really solid purpose, and that is to get a degree, and really getting good grades. That should be your main goal. Don't be distracted by all these clubs. Like, bro, I don't wanna lie, you know how many people like really skip classes, you know, like they sleep in rest, you have so much freedom, so much that you're really getting allowance, you know, you're getting food allowance, you're getting accommodation allowance, so you are allowed to do whatever you want to do because everything is at your own discretion, you know what I'm saying? So when you get to varsity, make sure that you establish that background of like you're here to study and nothing else, because there's a lot of distractions, even on campus, bro. I'm not even speaking about off campus, you know, like clubs and stuff like that. No, bro, there's a lot that happens on campus itself, bro. There are events happening 24/7. Every single Friday, there's something popping up and we are still in class. So some people need to really develop that discipline of really setting that boundary. I would see, this is me really trying to get a degree and not me trying to, you know, go around and experience every single thing. Yes, you would experience everything little by little, but don't try to do everything at once. You know what I'm saying? Like, just remember the main goal that you're there for is to really study and nothing else, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, socially, I really got out of my bubble, you get what I'm saying? I started to go out with my friends, you get what I'm saying? And I started to get even comfortable with the camera, you know, even filming on campus, which is quite cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm really proud of that milestone that I really had. Basically growing my confidence on the camera, you know, like now I can really be myself and not really look awkward while I'm on the camera, right? So I'm really proud of that. You know what I'm saying? But the people I really met, they were really amazing. They really drove me, you know, they really motivated me. You know, as an extended student that comes from an upgrade situation, you know what I'm saying? It's really hard because now you're going into school with people who got like 7 distinctions, you know, you're sitting with somebody who was like top of their class, you know, somebody who got in there with no problem, dog. You can say they didn't have to add an extra year of grade 12 to really go into that qualification that they're in. And then you are there, you know, as an upgrading student, it was really kind of like the imposter syndrome really starts to kick in, especially when you sit in that lecture hall, you know, and stuff like that. And then you think about it, you're like, do I really belong here? Like, do I really belong here? So trust me a lot, especially when you're an upgrading student. You know what I'm saying? It is quite difficult to really adjust to the reality of it. Man, everybody when you go into varsity with, it doesn't matter if you are coming as an upgrading student, as a college student, or as a high school student. You know what I'm saying? For the mere fact that you guys are in the same class, you guys are in the same level of knowledge. No one is better than you. That's why even on the first seminar, somebody did say, which was a mathematician that was my tutor this year, which I loved her so much. You know what I'm saying? She was really helpful in me getting that distinction. You know what I'm saying? In mathematics. So she was like, forget about your marks in grade 12 because they don't mean shit. Like they don't like it's NCAP. I can bring all my friends and they can tell you your marks in grade 12 don't mean shit. I don't want to lie, I don't want to cap. That is because the content that you consumed in in high school, that's literally, it was literally nothing, man. You get what I'm saying? Everything that you're taught sometimes is actually off. You get what I'm saying? Here we are starting to establish concrete things that are actually true. You get what I'm saying? Like literally true. We are not making anything up. You get what I'm saying? So if you don't get it here, you didn't even get it back then. You get what I'm saying? You were just cramming, passing, and forgetting. So is that thing of like varsity is quite a different ball game. So when you go into varsity, go into it confident. You get what I'm saying? But also go in it with an open mindset of like, I'm not coming here as a person with 7 distinctions, you know, with distinctions, I'm gonna rock it. No, go in there to be like, you know, I'm not expecting a much. I'm just gonna give it my all, give it my best, and that's all that matters. In varsity, smart, yeah, it helps you to an extent to get into it, but then the thing that keeps you in varsity and things that keeps your grades to be top notch is your way you study. You get your study method. You know, that's really, really essential. That's one thing I needed to learn. But for me, I feel like the thing that made it easy for me to really adapt to that environment is because I watched a lot of uni vlogs. Like, I remember sitting down here, you know, fantasizing about going to varsity, looking at all these Oxford students, you know, mathematics students, you know, and physics students doing all this. They really motivated me. So I was already prepared mentally to go into varsity, but many of us don't really got that opportunity, right? So it's just that when you go in there, make sure that you change up your study method, man. It's not all about cramming and passing and forgetting, because if you do that, you're gonna suffer in the long run, okay? Everything you learn in this case, in varsity, is important to carry on. That is why you're allowed to move on. That's because this thing is then built up, like you're building up your knowledge to get your qualification to be a professional of some sort. You know what I'm saying? So that is very essential. Don't use that thing of cram, pass, and forget and think that you're smart. Trust me, you'll be humbled. The workload there ain't for the faint-hearted. You really need to really establish a good study routine and really have that level of discipline. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to work, it's time to work, bro. Because one thing I can tell you is that when you're in varsity and you're in res, bro, okay, when you're in res, trust me, procrastination is your best friend. Because that of like, you're having so much freedom. You're not forced to attend any lecture. You're not forced, but you're still getting your allowance at the end of the month. You still have like, you're living your best life. You know what I'm saying? So nobody is pressurizing you to do certain things. So that is where the level of discipline really comes in. And this is really nice because then it shows you like being an independent adult is not as easy as we thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Like having that level of consistency and being your own human nature, your own, you know, parent, you know, looking after yourself, making sure that your health is in check. You know what I'm saying? Like making sure that everything that you do, you know, is on point to your dreams and moving you towards your dreams. You know, and stuff like that. So it's really, really important for you to establish discipline and set boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And also have good friends, man, because if you have good friends, your journey will be in varsity. I don't want to lie. For me, I have good friends in varsity, and I wouldn't trade them for anything else, because they've really taught me a lot, and I love that they supported me. You guys say, even though knowing where I'm coming from, they really believed in me, and I really think that was the positive reinforcement I needed, you know, for me to really gain that confidence that I can do whatever I set my mind to. You know what I'm saying? So don't let anybody tell you that you cannot do anything, man, because one day I've realized that your mind plays a huge role, and the people that are around you influence you a big lot. You know what I'm saying? The thing that really carried me throughout my first year, it was not me, it was my friends and my family, man. Like literally, that's all that put me through it. So if it wasn't for them, man, I wouldn't be here even right now. The Thapelo you see right now is not himself by himself, man. It's all the people that are around me. And the other thing that I learned in varsity is that, man, don't think that you know. If you see that you don't understand anything, consult. Hi. That one I won't overrate. You know, people be looking at my distinctions, alright, in mathematics and chemistry and physics, and be like, Tippy, you're smart. I am not smart, fam. I am not smart, fam. Like, that one, I put it on period. I am not smart, bro. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I am is that I know my weakness. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I am not smart enough to learn this. No, I am capable and able to learn anything because I have a brain. Everybody has a brain, so they are able to learn. Okay, that's the reason why you learn how to speak, you learn how to work. You're always learning when you're in young ages, right? So now you just gotta really understand, okay, how do you really pick up yourself? Like, what do top students do to get those high grades? You know what I'm saying? And that's why we basically come into the things of, like, I started reading big books and started watching vlogs, like, of top students. Like, what do they do for them to be successful in varsity? What did they do? I also read the book with Mind for Numbers, Make It Stick, Atomic Habits. Those books really opened my eyes to be like, oh, that we consider to be smart. It's not smart, man. It's just that have been enlightened to something that you haven't been enlightened to. You get what I'm saying? It's that thing of, like, it's the first time that you're playing with a game controller, right? At first, you do not know anything, but the more you play with it, the more your brain, like, comes driven in you, that this thing becomes like second nature. It becomes second nature, right? You don't have to think about it anymore. You get what I'm saying? So that's what happens when you do that. So the more you train a particular muscle of your body, it grows, right? So your brain, think of your brain as a muscle. The more you train your brain, and rightfully train your brain, not highlighting, writing. Yes, that is good to make you focused, but the most thing that you need to understand is that active recall really plays a huge role, especially when it comes to problem solving modules. Man, you really need to problem solve, not to read and write notes. Stop reading and writing notes in chemistry. Stop reading and writing notes in physics. Stop reading and writing notes in maths. Those modules are not note modules. They are problem solving modules. You know what I'm saying? So you really need to understand the concept first. That is why I recommend going through the book, all right? And the book, the lecture will prescribe the book, and whatever she puts on her lecture slides are in the goddamn book. So if you really want to teach yourself after the lecturer has taught you with their slides are just a summary. All right, so they are good when you already went through the book, went through the content, and then when you go into the lecturer summarizes and gives you other pointers on the knowledge that you accumulated from the book. Do you see what I'm saying? So the lecturer is just a guide. He or she is guiding you on what you need to focus on and what you need to leave out. But everything is solely you. You are learning everything by yourself. And in varsity, one thing I can tell you is that your lecturer is not your teacher, unfortunately. There is self-study, all right? And I think that is the reason why it's important to establish that in high school, is that you not need to be reliant on your teachers like us. Like for me, you know, I blame my teachers for a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But they were at fault for some bits, but the majority of it was on me because I didn't want to become an independent learner. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that you need to really understand when you go into varsity. In varsity, you need to really be an independent learner. All right, meaning you need to learn the content yourself. You need to teach yourself because you've already been taught how to learn in high school. Now it's time for you to apply that skill of learning in varsity, because that's what the main focus is in varsity, for you to learn now. You get what I'm saying? It's no longer to learn how to learn, but it's to learn. You get what I'm saying? Using the skills that you have accumulated back then to really learn the new concepts, the real concepts that are really applicable and true. You get what I'm saying? That will help you to become whatever you want to be as a profession. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, consulting, reading your book is very important. Don't underestimate your book, especially when it comes to maths and physics and chemistry. The reason why I was able to get those distinctions is not because I'm smart, but because I did that. I went through the book, read the book. After reading the book and understanding the content of the book, I go do the exercises, okay, and then to test my knowledge. Because one thing is that after learning a concept, you need to train your brain to really concrete it, to really understand the concept. You really need to go back and do problems so that your brain can solidify the information. All right, so that is one important thing about it. Consulting, reading the book, all right, reading your book, also using the lecture slides, doing every single example. I can't stress that enough. Do every single example, because one thing that you need to understand is that your lecturer is your examiner. So he's the judge and the jury. One of my favorite chemistry lecturers like to say, Dr. Z, maybe like, I'm the judge and the jury. You know what I'm saying? And really that's it. And the reason why I was able to get my first 80 in chemistry, basically because it was quite a difficult concept, but the only reason why I was able to get an 80% in chemistry, that is because of I consulted. Firstly, I really consulted, I did all the work examples that she told me. I took her advice of, like, whatever advice that she gave me, I really took it to heart, because I'm really passionate about chemistry. After that, I went home, did multiple problems and stuff like that. And one thing I didn't underestimate was that I really applied the concept of using my examples. And using my examples is very important, because your lecturer repeats questions. If the question was in the semester test, there's a 90% chance that it will be in the exam in the exact same way. Like, it doesn't change, because they have so many limited questions they can ask you. Yes, there will be new questions asked, but those ones are just to test your knowledge, so that you're really worth it for an 80, right? But then other than that, man, like literally the majority of the paper is things that you have seen before. The tutorials, everything that you've been seeing before, you get what I'm saying? And I can't stress that enough. Do that worked examples, okay, by yourself first. Don't look at the solution first. Do it by yourself, and after getting the answer, check with the example. That's how you learn chemistry, mathematics, and physics, okay? That's how you basically learn them, all right? So basically, first thing is read your book, attend your lecturers, okay? Your lecturer is your best friend, so consult, do the work examples, the tutorials that they give you, all of the questions there, do all of them, all right? And stuff like that. And one thing also is that have a group of people that are academically driven, or basically have a category of friends, okay? Have friends that you know that these are my academic friends, have friends that you know that these are my grooving friends, stuff like that, so that you know that you have people that balance your life. You get what I'm saying? There are people who gonna be like those voice of accountability, like friends of your friends of accountability. So when you're not doing your work, at least they are there to push you to be like, now you're less lacking and stuff like that. You need to start working, all right? So you need to really get close to I would say to your academic friends more than your partying friends, because remember, the main goal is for you to get that degree and nothing else. You're not here to play. You know what I'm saying? We are here to get a degree and move out and get the jobs and live our best life. You savvy? Savvy, all right. Yeah, man, but then, it was quite crazy, man, And also the other thing I learned about uni is that res life ain't for the weak, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, make sure that if you're going to res, is that on-campus res is really good, but I would recommend, the thing I've learned is that get a res that's close to your school, okay? Don't take a res that's far away. Son. If you're gonna do that, you're gonna suffer, because the content and the workload at school is really too much for you to be wasting traveling, okay? Make sure that you apply for res. I don't care if you're at home. make sure you apply for it. The reason for that is because there are a lot of distractions at home. So please get rest because it will teach you to learn to be independent, to be an independent learner. Like just to learn those life essential skills to do things by ourselves and not really relying on a lot of people. Learning to be responsible, learning to do your own groceries, learning how to cook by yourself. Like it really teaches you a lot, like to really stay at rest. So yeah, but also get a rest that's close to your school, because the thing that you don't know is that we also have Saturday classes. Yeah, we also have Saturday classes. So also Sunday classes, especially when you're getting like practical tests. Sometimes you get a practical practice test of the practical test, and it's very important for you to do the practice test, because if you don't, you'll be like TP who got a 7% in a practical test for physics. So it's really, really very important to live close to campus, because you will have things like that you need to understand. You attend on Saturday, and you cannot do that when you live far away from campus. And remember, rest only caters for your transportation from Monday to Friday. But after that, they don't give you transportation. You have to sort yourself out after that. If you have any Saturday classes, even during exams, it's quite difficult. So make sure you stay in the close campus. Why would you want to live at Braamfontein or when your campus is at Auckland Park? Why would you want to live in Doornfontein if your campus is on Auckland Park? It doesn't make sense. Like, honestly, it doesn't make sense. So make sure that you live close to your campus. Trust me, you would thank me later. Stuff like that. And also, man, like as I did say that, like, living by yourself is really nice because you get money to buy all these fancy stuff that we keep on wasting, on these things and stuff like that. Like, I bought my phone, now I just bought a light ring, like you're able to buy a lot of things for yourself, and your life does really improve. But that also comes up with this downfalls of you actually becoming responsible and independent, right? Stuff like that. But man, like overall, like my first year, it was really, really nice. I really enjoyed every single moment. The only regret that I think I have right now was that I didn't go into the qualification that's close to my heart, because my funder doesn't really fund me, or I can't really find a funder that will fund me for this qualification that's close to my heart, which is mathematics and chemistry. If you guys don't know me, I'm so crazy about astronomy. It's not even a joke. Like, bro, if my TikTok algorithm can tell you that what this nigga is really a science geek, like TP, bro. It's very scientific. Like, even so much that my lecturers saw that and they really wanted me to change to really doing chemistry and mathematics. Hopefully, we'll see what God has in store for us. We trust in God, and whatever he cannot do doesn't exist, and I'm a true testimony of that. But then, man, my first year was really nice. Year, surrounded myself with good people, positive people. Even though there were dramas here and there, but overall, it was quite nice. One thing I didn't expect though is that, when you go into varsity, and thinking that you're gonna be, you could have those expectations that you're gonna get, white friends and stuff like that. Please, if you didn't have white friends in your school, forget. That is because of like, varsity has this level of equalizing to think that you can get this, but in reality, no. Like, people really mind their business there. So if they don't know you and stuff like that, or they don't have use for you, you're not gonna get it. So let's stop that delusionality. You're gonna have white friends when you go to varsity. Yes, you're all gonna meet like other people, different people from different backgrounds. It doesn't mean that you're gonna have a mixture of friends, like colored friends and stuff like that. You'll be lucky if you get those type of relationships in varsity, but most of the time people keep to their racial groups in varsity. So man, yeah, that was quite an eye-opener, you know what I'm saying? So if that's what you're thinking, don't go with that intention. You'll be disappointed a lot. But then man, yeah, you're gonna learn I really learned a lot, and I'm grateful. Don't lie to the Lord for the opportunity, man. Like, I won't lie. Like, I'm not taking it for granted, because who would have thought that I would be here, a distinction holder, amongst the top achievers in the Department of Mathematics, and I won't lie. That is like the biggest thing. That's my biggest flex right now. All right. I moved from a level 2 to a distinction student. Although I was always a mathematically savvy nigga. It's just that I wasn't woke back then, And it is true. Like, back then I really considered myself to really be a science student because I was really interested to maths. Because my definition of cool, I define my cool as a nerd. Like when I see Sheldon, that's my definition of cool. I envy those type of people that are really smart. They go into astronomy. Working for NASA. Those are the people that I looked up to. The reason why I think I also looked up to Senko is because he's an engineer. That was crazy because it's like I'm like, oh my god, and now he's like one of the biggest hits ever. You know what I'm saying? So man, I won't say it enough that I was really, really, truly born a scientist. It's just that I just woke up late. Like I just woke up late. You know what I'm saying? But then, anyway, everything happens for a reason, man. You learn every single day. So my first year, man, it was nice. I loved it. It was crazy and stuff like that. But yeah, man, there's nothing more that really happened. I didn't really go out clubbing and stuff like that. So this whole video was just to give you guys an example of like me advising you guys on like first year and showing my first year experience on how really whatever I've learned in varsity as a first year student, I just giving you right now. That's everything I've learned in varsity, and I hope it's really helpful and that you really, really enjoyed the video. If you really enjoyed the video and like this video, man, go down there, hit the like and subscribe, and show love to your boy, man, and show love to your boy. You know what I'm saying? No, don't worry, I still have the aftermath of the Chris Brown concert, man. I don't wanna lie, bro. Like my favorite artist came to SA and performed, and I just wanna take the minute to say, if you're not a Breezy fan, something wrong with you, man. Because that nigga is Michael Jackson beyond. Like this nigga's status is beyond Michael Jackson at this point. I don't want to lie. Like, no cap, guys. Give hands for Chris Brown, man. Chris, we love you, man, and stuff like that. Anyway, y'all, it's your boy King T. Thank you so much for watching the video so far. I promise to pull out as much content as I can. If you really want to learn more about like my first year experience on anything specific, you can comment on my socials. You can tag me on my socials, and inbox me on my socials. Ask me any question that you have about first year, what to expect in varsity, what do you need in varsity, what are the essentials and stuff like that. I'm planning to really do this type of series for you guys where I share all this information with you guys and stuff like that. But without further ado, it's a boy King T. I ain't gonna be out this thing. So thank you so much for watching this long. But I will catch you later on my next video. You know what I'm saying? Catch you guys later. Yes, sir.